As a licensed professional, this content is for educational purposes only, involves risk, and is not tailored to your personal situation.
Hey, good afternoon. It's Mike Barnes, the financial first responder. I know it's been a little while since we had a chance to talk. Just leaving the gym. Had to get the workout in. But today's topic, Friday, Financial Friday. Financial Friday it is. Have you thought about how to make extra money on this Financial Friday? Now, some of you have probably one or two jobs in today's economy. And then some of you have a business and a job. And then some of you are just a straight entrepreneur. Either way, this message is for you. So, I was thinking about it. I just got finished talking to a gentleman from the gym, Mr. Murphy, 79 years young. And we were talking about the temperature. The temperature in Maryland is going to go from 50 down to below 30s today. And it got me wondering about how many of you look at your financial temperature, your temperature. Now, I keep saying temperature because when you talk about temperature, you're really talking about time, experience, money, preparation, the tenacity of the situation, the understanding, the rebalancing, and of course the education. So for those, I'm not going to repeat that because I can't remember it, but that's temperature. It was something I came up off the dome, off the head, off my brain. I should have said it that way. But I started thinking about financial temperature. What is the temperature? What is the climate today? It's kind of cloudy under the roof. It's a lot like our economy, right? You know, if you are a person who invests in the market or crypto or bonds or, market meaning stocks, mutual funds, ETFs, your financial temperature right now is probably going a little bit crazy, especially when you look at Bitcoin or when you look at some of the other coins that are out there. Now, before I forget, this is not financial advice. This is for educational purposes only. My lawyer says I got to say that, so I'm going to say it. Maybe I should have said it in the beginning, but I'm going to say it again. This is for educational purposes only. This is not financial advice. If you want financial advice, then we book a call and we talk and we see if we can work together. However, the financial temperature right now, the economy right now, is really rough for a lot of different people, especially around this time of year. Why? Because we get discombobulated with buying Christmas presents or doing all type of things for our loved ones. And what my family has decided to do is each person buys one gift, no more than $50, and we basically are using a system. I'll have to tell you what the system is, but it's essentially like drawn out of a hat, but it's electronically. And then you purchase the gift for the person's basically wish list. And you have maybe 3 or 4 gifts that you put on your wish list that you like that are under the dollar amount, which for us is $50. We're not going ham this year. We're not going crazy. We got a lot of investment things we got going on right now. And so, hey, the financial first responder is tightening it up, the money. I need you to start thinking about what is it that you could do for your family or with your family that doesn't have to cost you a lot of money. Spending time with your family, being around your loved ones at Christmas, and I know it's next week. A lot of y'all went and did Black Friday. You spent a lot of money, got a lot of deals. When I was a child, it was probably one or two things I wanted, right? But children know how to find the most expensive stuff. If you don't think so, look back over the Christmases that you got your children what they wanted and how much and how popular they were. Probably spent more money than what you thought you should. But you wanted to see your child smile. You wanted to see them laugh and giggle and be happy, right? Well, I'm just saying to you, keep it in perspective, people. Because January is coming in a couple of weeks. And we start a whole new year. And the last thing you want to do is bring a whole bunch of bills from this year into next year. 2026 is going to be better. God is telling me, yes, God, Jehovah Jireh, my provider, is telling me that 2026 is going to be a better year for a lot of people. But only if you spend responsible and it's all within reason. Now, I don't know who I'm talking to right now. All I know is I'm driving home from the gym, or home from the gym, yes, to home from the gym. And I was thinking about financial temperature and what the temperature of the economy is right now and what the temperature is of most people's finance right now. We just got finished with a government shutdown. I think it was 43, 45 days, something like that. A lot of people are hurting financially right now. The financial first responder wants you to know I'm here for you. If you like what I'm saying, you agree with what I'm saying, DM me. Let me know. Say, hey, that's me. Or if you just want more information, say, hey, I want more information. I keep talking to you about the financial positioning system. The system works, guys. The system works. It tells you exact point in time your money will compound, double, or grow in most cases, because it's basically going to tell you how much you're spending, how much you should be saving, how long it's going to take. If something happens to you, will your family be prepared or will it be taken care of? It tells you a lot of different things. Go back and watch some of the videos where I talk about the financial positioning system. I really want you to understand that I'm here to help you. I want you to know that the financial first responder is really interested in 2026 helping people get where they want to be financially. Now, I don't know if I'm talking to you or if I'm talking to your sister, your brother, your auntie, your cousin, your mama, or your daddy. But this video is for somebody. I know that. And as I drive and I think about this financial temperature, whether it's too hot, whether it's too cold. Mr. Murphy was talking about the temperature dropping from 50 to 30, right? And for an older person, he said it was 79. He said it could bother his sinuses. And I understand that, because as we get older, including me, when the temperature changes, stuff hurts. Bones hurt. Everything hurts. If you're not one of those people yet, keep living and you'll find out. I'm just saying the financial temperature is different now. It's different. And you might be saying, well, it's 47's fault. Well, I don't know. It could be that. It could be anybody's fault. It might be your fault, if the truth be known. Because if we have to put it back together, if we were talking about financial literacy and education, most people need to have, depending on if they're married and they have salaries that are similar, they need to have at least 6 months set aside in an emergency fund, not in the stock market, in an emergency fund, so that if something happened, like the government shutdown, you can still pay your bills. Or maybe if you're a single person, maybe you only need 3 months because you have enough money set aside. But most people need 6 months set aside, right? Now, I don't know who I'm talking to, but you know if I'm talking to you. You can think back over when you had some tough times and how having a cushion might have made you feel a lot better. Less arguments at home with the spouse, or with some of you, because you talk to yourself, less arguments with yourself. I really need you to start thinking about financial literacy. I think you know I'm sincere when I say this. Respectfully, I mean it wholeheartedly. We have some habits that we have to probably cut out or reduce. Maybe, well, I can speak for me. I smoke cigars. I like adult beverages. So for me, I can't go and spend the money that I would want to spend on a lot of cigars or my favorite adult beverages all the time. A, it's not healthy. B, financially, it's not good. Everything needs to have a limit. So when I'm talking to you about financial literacy, what I'm really talking to you about is that financial temperature. You know if it done got too hot in the house. You walking around on pins and needles because you spent more money than what you needed to. You got more month left than money. You know what I'm talking about. I'm not telling you something that this is like new to you. If you have up the age that you're out your mama and daddy's house and you are on your own, you know you got bills. And you know that you make a certain amount of money every month or every two weeks or every 15 days. Matter of fact, I remember when I was a school teacher, I would only get paid once a month. Man, let me tell you, school teachers got to be some of the best balancers and savers of money, because they know that if they want to have a check during the summertime, they got to spread their money out, because they normally only work 10 months out the year, right? That's just an example. I want you to start thinking about where can you make extra money, or where can you cut some costs? Because everybody's got some form of resources. I remember there's a story in the Bible about a widow, and her husband, obviously if she's a widow, her husband passed away. Her husband owed some debts. And the people she owed debts to, if she didn't pay them, they were going to come and enslave her sons, because she had no other resources, no other assets. She went to the rabbi and told the rabbi, my husband was very loyal to your church. Can you help me out? Now, the rabbi said to the woman, what do you have at home? And the woman said, I have nothing. And he said, nothing? She said, nothing but some oil. I want you to hear that. Nothing but some oil. And so the rabbi said, go to all your neighbors, borrow jars, get jars, fill them up. Once you fill them up, I want you to go sell them. Sell what you need to pay your debt off. Keep some for yourself. That's real important. Keep some for yourself and go. So he gave her an action statement. We call it a call to action. He told her, he said, go. Take the oil, fill the jars, sell the jars, pay your debts off, and keep some for yourself. Now, we talk about catching a fish or teaching people to catch fish. If you like that story, it came from the Bible. It's not my story. I want you to imagine some of you got resources that you could use right now to get you out of debt. Some of you can go on Fiverr. Some of you can actually start consulting. Some of you can do a lot of different things that other people can't do that God gave you that talent to do. Now, maybe I'm just here to tell you you should just go do it. But you have a gift that could get you financially free. That ain't cost you anything. That's just you listening. And sometimes God is talking to us and we just ain't listening. So the financial first responder wants you to listen to what I'm talking about. Because the financial temperature right now is, for some of you, is so hot. You can't even pick up your phone without worrying about who calling you. Some of you know what I'm talking about. Then some of you, you warm. You paying your bills on time. You just got enough money to get by. And then some of you, you cold. You've gotten to the point where you ain't gonna overspend regardless of what happens. You gonna make sure you got some money set aside. You don't like that struggle. You don't like that pressure. You don't like that stress. And maybe I should flip that around. Maybe the cold is that you're scared. But nah, I'm going to keep it that way. We're going to keep it that it's hot. You got some financial pressure. You're cold. Still got a little financial pressure because now you're stressed out. Even though you got the money and you're able to pay your bills. Somehow you've taught yourself that financially I can't do certain things because I don't want to be in that situation again. I don't know who I'm talking to. This is for educational purposes only. This is not financial advice. But what I will tell you is that you all have a talent. You all have a gift. You all have some form of resources that you can get yourself back on track. If you like my message, you like what I said, hit me up. I really want you to join the financial positioning system. We got a challenge coming up soon. I'll be putting that out. It'll be a 3-day challenge dealing with crypto, to be exact. But we're going to be talking soon. Look, it is the 18th of December, and I want you to understand that in the next 12 to 13 days, it's a new year. I believe that's right. But that would be 30. You got 31, so 13 days. A lot can happen in 13 days, people. Look, this is Mike Barnes, a financial first responder. Please like and subscribe my channel. I look forward to talking to you. And remember that we all have resources. It's just how we use them. Till we talk again, God bless.